Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Walk in Favor Network. This is the All About Favor show, and I am your host, Pastor KZ. I just want to take a few moments and I just want to thank all of you so much for your emails this week regarding this week's topics or my thoughts for the week. Thank you so much for your encouraging words because encouraging words, man, you just can't get enough of that. And thank you all so much. Also, all of you who support me in different ways, supporting the channel, supporting me through your financial blessings and your gifts, your earrings and different things that you send to me. I just want to take a moment to say thank you. You know, sometimes that those two little words people neglect saying, but I never take for granted anything that someone does for me, even a phone call, a text message, or an email just saying, Pastor KZ, you are doing a good job. Keep it up. That just brings a smile to my face and it puts joy in my heart that I am able to reach someone. Okay, let's get into my ending word or my ending thought for this week. Y'all, I've been kind of like preacher y'all this week. I don't know. I just have to obey the spirit and give you what's given to me. Sometimes my delivery is off depending on if I get caught up, but I still thank God anyway for it because I know that I'm reaching you and I know someone is benefiting from what I am, having to say. This week, the thought that came to me, it was inspired, today's particular show was inspired by one of my male subscribers. I won't say his name, but he is a regular male subscriber. And I will say this on air. As I told him, I want to thank him personally. He has purchased about 12 of those boy bye t-shirts and given them out to his various friends and stuff. And he sent me a photograph of them, which I won't reveal, but I just want to thank y'all. And y'all, there's some more bye boy t-shirts out there, the eyewear line, different things. It's coming. Just trust me, it's coming. But when it comes, I want it to be done right. So sometimes you have to move in silence so God can go ahead and work that thing out. Because there's sometimes people praying against your success. Don't forget that. Move in silence sometimes. So from this male subscriber, he brought this to my attention. Have you ever developed an uneasy feeling or just felt in your spirit something just was not right about a person? This thought comes from him. He said to me, Pastor Casey, I just have a feeling that something just ain't right with this person. Has that ever happened to you? And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to make it a topic of the show and see what everybody else says. But you know what? I've had that uneasiness. And I know sometime you have this uneasiness and you try to discount it or ignore it. But chances are you probably right. It's like you could feel something not right, even though this person or the people appear, good people. They appear to be doing everything normal, but every time you're around them, they know how to say the right things. They're doing the right things. They Johnny on the spot, helping out, offering support. But in your spirit, you feel something is just not right with them. My spirit don't agree with them. Something about them. Y'all, that's a red flag, but more so, that is a red alert from the Most High. Is letting you know, stay alert, be on guard, watch as well as pray. Because that's your spirit of discernment letting you know, no, my spirit, they look good, they're saying the right thing, they know how to just do everything right. But something in my spirit don't agree with them. Because you know what? Spirits recognize spirits. And you cannot go in certain venues. I tell people when sometimes I'm invited places, I have to pray about that thing. And sometimes I've even gotten to a place where my spirit, something was just off. Something just telling me, get out of this place as quickly as possible. That's a warning. That's a warning. And so after you see and observe these people, you can't put your finger on it, but you could sense, no, something is off here. And then you go into detective mode and you begin to watch them, like put them under a microscope for real then, because you can no longer ignore the uneasiness that you're feeling. See, that is God speaking to your spirit, as I said. And anytime someone is suspicious to you, or you don't trust them, or you listening to them saying something, but in your spirit saying, mm-mm, mm-mm, there's a reason. It's a reason you can't shake that feeling. Do you know what the statistics says about a lot of these different type of relationships these women get into, or even the men too, because this thought is brought on by a male subscriber, how they meet someone and that person appear to be perfect, but inside they get an uneasiness, a queasiness in them, and then down the line they realize after a few months, this person is a narcissist. This person has anger issues, and this person is violent and aggressive with their words. And the next thing you know, it leads to other things. You were spot on. That was God alerting you in your spirit. And that's why you couldn't shake that feeling. The Holy Spirit is warning you to be on high alert. That person is not who they appear to be. And I love how the Apostle Paul talked about this. Paul was talking about he encountered this, and you can find that in 2 Corinthians, about chapter 2, somewhere verses 13, where Paul is saying, I just can't rest. My spirit is uneasy. I cannot shake off something. This is bothering me, and I can't shake it, Paul is saying. He was saying my spirit is so restless and disturbed that I can't let this thing go. I cannot feel at ease around these people or in this situation. See, sometimes we as believers, we have to learn how to listen to that inner voice, that spirit of discernment. See, sometimes we get so caught up and so deep and try to overanalyze things until we miss key components of the signs. And one of those key components of signs is being watchful as you pray. And when your feeling of discernment kick in and you feel an uneasiness, there is a reason. Don't ignore those signs. My grandmother used to always say, baby, follow your first mind. If it don't feel right, if it don't seem right, if that person seems shady to you, or they don't agree with your spirit, chances are you right, baby. Pay attention. And so I'm just leaving you all with those little nuggets from my grandmother this week. When you have that feeling of uneasiness, something is probably off with that person. Be mindful and always be watchful. Y'all, get focused. In order to see some things, you got to be focused. Some of you are out of balance. You're all over the place. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to protect your peace. And you've got to protect and make that a priority. Also, make sure mental health and wellness is crucial nowadays. If you're sitting around, you're going through grief, you're despondent, you're depressed, you've got to make sure you are journaling. I keep saying this, journal. Some of you have gotten away from that, but please write down your thoughts. And as I said the other day, get yourself some professional counseling and therapy if that is what you need. Don't sit there in that stuff and stay stuck. And again, always obey the Spirit and listen to the Spirit. It won't lead you wrong. A lot of people say your gut instinct. I had a couple of videos about this before because it keeps coming up about people sending me emails. My gut feeling says this is not the way to go. My gut feeling says don't get into this business venture. You know what? I should have followed my mind. I should have followed my intuition. It's key. If you have a feeling of uneasiness about a person or about a situation, put it under a microscope. Pray about it, and if that feeling don't go away, it's a reason. That's God's way of protecting you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I pray that you be safe out there. And you know what? Reach out and just reach out to someone and let them know you're thinking about them. You know what? Some people say, well, I'm tired of being the one always reaching out. Well, you know what? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you reach out, the people don't reach back out to you. You know what? It comes a time when you've got to say, you know what? I'm pretty important too. If they really care about me, don't you think they should pick up the phone sometime to see how I'm doing? I just gave you two thoughts in one right there. But reach out to those who love on you, because you know what? There's people who love you and they reciprocate that. There's some people who have the same heart that you have. And just remember, everybody ain't gonna love like you love. See, you know how to show love. You don't just talk, love ya. Who are you saying that to? I say that to my pets. Love you. I want a person to tell me, hey, cuz, you know what? I love you. I miss you. I'm thinking about you. So, to all of you who are watching today, who are my cousins, I love y'all. I miss seeing y'all. I miss the times we was running around up in the country, playing kickball, going to the river with our grandfather, trying to learn how to swim, going fishing with granddaddy. Oh yeah, we had some good times up there in Lil Alachua. I'm going to shout Alachua out today. I'm shouting out my late grandfather, Manson Welch. I know a lot of people know Manson. Mr. Manson. That was my granddaddy, y'all. Yeah, I love that man right there. So for my granddaddy and for all of us who left, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, his children, because granddaddy and our grandmother, Emil, they got 2 children left. My Uncle Charles over there in Lake Cross, and my Auntie Ollie, who I shouted out the other week. Y'all, we a family. We was brought up in love, to love each other, care for each other, look out for each other, have each other back. And as our grandmother used to always say, baby, teeth and tongue sometimes fall out, but you always have your family back, no matter what. You don't never go out there and talk about them in the street with other people. You don't put them down and run them down. You don't do those things, because that's your blood. So y'all, I'm telling somebody out there, remember your blood. Remember the people who you share DNA with. I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Pastor KZ, some of them main people who your blood, the worst enemies you could have. That's true too. Sorry to say, but I'm just saying. I'm all about love, and I thank God we grew up in a family who preached love, who preached loyalty. That's a big thing missing in the world, loyalty. I don't know, this video started out with the thought for the day of the uneasiness, but I sometimes go off script and just have to give you some words. Y'all, smile, it ain't that bad. Sometimes, y'all, I smile through the tears. I smile through the pain. You know what? Give somebody a smile. And if you're too inclined, go on up to somebody and bless them. Just say, here's a cup of coffee. Or here's something I'm going to put in your hand. Go have lunch on me. It's good to be a blessing. Y'all be well. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back on Monday.